obviously are here at COP28, hoping that COP28 will yield something a lot better than the previous COPs. I wish I had come here first because I just spoke in the plenary session. I could have taken this and held it up for all the heads of states to see my speech.
Team Climate, to everybody present here at the launch of the South African Pavilion in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. This launch marks an important milestone in the journey that started at COP23 in Bonn, Germany. The South Africa Pavilion showcases the mutually beneficial relationship that exists between government and the National Business Initiative.
This is our Umlibo tapestry that we made. We heard the world talking about climate change, and we didn't know that climate change, what it is. And then when we met the scientists through WWF, who commissioned us to do this work, and also with the group of governing of Flanders.
I think this COP is very important because the world is realizing just how important it is to maintain that 1.5 degrees Celsius limitation, and that not meeting our carbon emissions goals has dire effects for the generations to come. And at this moment, South Africa is at the front and center of the conversation, as we have been in the past, and we keep on maintaining that position as a country that's good at negotiating.
They give us the opportunity of making this beautiful Umlibo artwork talking about climate change.
COP28, 8 years after the Paris conference, it's now time to reflect. And I think we are at an inflection point. We are at an inflection point because we do realize that we have great ambitions, but there is a massive gap in terms of investments required to meet our targets. And that's the key message. How can we mobilize these investments required?
This side, we are talking about what is happening. If it's raining, it rains a lot. If it's hot, it's extremely hot. And then if it's cold, it's also over and over cold.
The African Climate Foundation is very new. It's we're 3.5 years old. And our mission is really to solve challenging and complex climate issues, both from a point of view of sectors that are vulnerable to climate risk, and improving the conditions to address that within the national sphere and at the local level.
So coming to the other side, that's where we are going to, because we want to reach the 1.5 degrees Celsius that we are talking about in the climate change.
This COP is almost a COP in 3 parts. I've seen a lot more bankers present, particularly South African bankers at the COP. So very much you can see the innovation around, or the interest in how do we find new financing solutions. And I think a lot more innovation is necessary from the finance market. Then there's the environmental activists who are still perpetuating the conversation of energy transition. And excitingly, the dialogue around economic transition is becoming a lot stronger. So we've seen the Coalition of the Willing, which is a collective of businesses who are looking at how we can unlock new industrial pathways and add value to product in country. So it's quite, we often said that the environmental threat is a catalyst for change, but the real opportunity is green industrialization and reindustrialization of the South African economy.
And then if you look at the overall of it, of the Umlibo tapestry, you will see the image of a butterfly. Talking about the butterfly, we said that butterfly is a beautiful thing, and a butterfly is something that we source we associate it to
Minerals Council is an advocacy and impact entity based in South Africa, and so our primary role is to be engaging with government as well as other stakeholders in as far as potential impact of policy on mining. And COP28, as with a lot of the previous COPs, are going to have a huge impact on South Africa's mining industry, both positively and negatively. Negatively, we have to be looking out for impact on coal, given that South Africa is predominantly a coal-based energy generation country. But positively, in terms of the future of mining and minerals that are critical to being able to embark on a low carbon future.
Butterfly, because it's a beautiful thing, from the bad to the good. So it's something that is shown on our Umlibo tapestry behind me.
The NBI's economic inclusion team is here this year because we have been doing a significant amount of work around skills, around working with entrepreneurs and SMEs within the green economy. And we feel that we've got a strong base to leverage off in terms of our commitment and the private sector's commitment to achieving the objectives discussed here at COP.
My name is Laura Pereira. I'm an associate professor at the Global Change Institute at Wits University and also a researcher at the Stockholm Resilience Centre. And I've really been here wearing multiple different hats. The first is as the co-PI on the Future Ecosystems for Africa program, which is funded by Oppenheimer Generations Research and Conservation. And that's been the events we've been having at the Pavilion. And today we hosted one on Global South perspectives and the need for science from the majority world to sort of influence the negotiations and decision making.
And we work with NBI on a few projects, one of them being the Climate Finance Accelerator Program. And it's wonderful to see these projects and these programs also being highlighted on the COP28 platform.
Contributions and business stepped up to say wherever there's a shortfall, business will consolidate itself and ensure that there is at least some climate action that is occurring in the midterm, to a point now where business is a centerpiece of most of the contributions as well as any other component that speaks to climate action. So every other country that you'll find in terms of their contributions, you'll find that private participation, private sector participation, private sector contributions make up a large portion of what they're putting down.
Umlibo is the connection to the world. That's why we said we are talking in one voice with Umlibo. We are the globe, so we have to be connected like Umlibo, talking together. Umlibo is something that is bringing everybody together.
Because we're interested in climate change adaptation, which is often highlighted as being important, but in very many ways is the second cousin in the conversation.